meet Chef Skinner. So you know at the end of the movie, we see that Chef Skinner finds out that Remy's been the cook the whole time.
Yeah.
So Skinner realizes that animals are a lot smarter than everybody thinks, and he wants to be able to learn how to communicate and understand what animals are saying, but no one else believes him. So this is where the theory comes in. There's a theory that Skinner meets a guy who is super smart and believes Skinner, and he thinks that he can help Skinner be able to understand what animals are saying.
Wait, what?
So this guy is actually Charles Muntz from the movie Up. Skinner convinces Charles Muntz that animals are...
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna spawn each group of animals. We have two different groups. I mean, we have actually a lot more than two. We have a group of Ceratopsians. The Ceratopsian group. This is like the Corythorian group, or the Coryosaurus and Oriosaurus nigerius. This animal lives in what is modern day Nigeria. Because we're now in the Jurassic, right when animals are healing. They fill up a different niche. They fill up the niche of rhinos. Rhinos in Nigeria? If they do, then especially they fill up the niche of rhino. But right now they do fill up the niche of rhino. Less. More like elephant. Alright, it fills up both niches. It doesn't have many predators, just like rhinos and elephants. Because hippopotamuses are afraid of rhinos. Rhinos can kill a hippopotamus. Or not. This filled up a true niche of rhino. Because it got a horn. Because this is in what is modern day. So first group spawn. The theropod group is the most diverse because they're predators. They're animals that eat other animals. So for every type of animal they eat, they need to be different some way. The Ichthyosaurus group is going to diversify and become a human. Yes, I'm going to have a tiny animal become human. Because there's a tiny animal that lived in like the Triassic or Jurassic, or even lived in the Cretaceous too. One of its relatives lived in the Cretaceous and survived. This is small reptiles. Because mammals, this is when the first mammals are existing. The Triassic. This is not a mammal. I mean, the first mammals came alive in the Permian. But lizards have been around much longer. Reptiles. This is the turtle relative too, okay? Except those are going to be ones that learn how to swim. I actually don't know if that's true. Just kidding, we have a new turtle ancestor. Turtle ancestor was that color, churchness, whatever. The long neck and all those stripes. It nearly went extinct until it became sauropods and turtles. Except right now it's still just an animal with a wide rib cage. That's all it is right now. Wide rib cage. It doesn't have shell because it evolved similarly to its relatives with the first land animals. Not one of the first, but it's close to being one of the first land animals. Babies, but this species' babies do not swim. They just like T-pose through the water. If whenever they're about to hit the ground, they use their feet to push up. Get the push-ups. Because crocodiles and dinosaurs have already been diverged for like a couple. It's time for the theropods. There's two species of theropod that became herbivorous. Gallimimus and Tyrannosaurus. Right now, they're omnivorous, except they could technically be considered a mammal. Except mammals right now are very tiny. Gallimimus filled up the niche of what their Tyrannosaurus do on mountains. It does what they do on mountains, where there's much less food. So because they're tinier. They still have sharp claws. They are omnivorous because because the front teeth are built for being herbivorous. The back teeth are carnivorous. They're like pandas. Pandas are built for being carnivorous, but they're not omnivorous. They're herbivorous. That's what these are. That's because there's not much food up here besides, well, plants. It's the very diverse ecosystem I am building. This will become the Sahara Desert. This is what is the Nile River. It'll form a little bit longer. You have the Nile crocodile. The dromeoses live here. These are not theropods. No matter how much they look like them, they are not. Fortunately, because these actually swim in raptors. These raptors are raptors that are built for swimming. They will let diverge into so many species. Right now, this is the early era. Africa's they're not very diverse, but it's diverse enough. Except they'll go extinct because of overhunting. Animals overhunt them. Except they'll still exist. A couple of them moved to the other side of the river. Other side of the Nile River, which is about 60 miles. No other theropod would swim besides Spinosaurus all the way over there. There's no Spinosaurus that would actually ever try to swim there. Now, Ceratopsians. This Ceratopsian? No Ceratopsian will live in Africa. This part of the island, continent's actually splitting up. Right now, it's still, one island, but soon it's starting to split up. Actually, yeah, it has split up into one side's still Pangea. One side's Giza. It's Giza, which is Africa. Not Africa. A little bit of Africa, Asia, Europe, and Americas. The Americas. Except we'll split apart. So that thing's living where America will be. America. This lives in Africa or near the Nile River. Well, this one lives on the other side of the continent. It's the tiniest ceratopsian It's the tiniest ceratopsian ever. It's time for the Paraslopsians, Ceratopsians, and Ceratopsians. These ones fill up different niches. All animals fill up different niches. So no niche is the same. Look at this. This one filled up a niche of grazing. Because Paraslopsians, the first theropod ever is, extinct. The first theropods ever are extinct because the animals don't live that long. And animal species, because it's been no time for evolution. It's been almost nothing for evolution. These are tinier than them, because the other ones grew bigger for their more dangerous, for their less dangerous environment. So they could become more dangerous. They actually grew big. They actually are so big because since all of them swam over there, it became so much easier. So the first flying animals, there's two flying species, both live on the sides of the globe. This one lives over here. It's tinier, so we can eat fish. This one's bigger, so we can eat bigger fish. It lives on this side of the continent. It's 60 miles. They're spread up by 60 miles. These ones are more numerous because they decided to put their evolution points in the into being more gliding animals. Babies are the only ones that can actually truly fly. But when you fill up a different niche, you need to learn how to use that niche. Because and this will be basically the ancestor for emus and ostriches. Because right now, well, there's two species of Drosophila. Long-necked ones, or the male long-necked ones that males have long necks and females don't. This one's where all the males are the same. And only the babies are as big as the females. Because these ones, this is island gigantism. Instead of shrinking, you grow. You grow 12 inches, you grow 16 inches. Males are not different than females, but they are on this side. Because they just do a shark species exists. There's two shark species. And you will be shocked from how much we're going to change. But, this is the shark. Sharks are not... This is one of the first true dinosaurian lizards. This evolved from the crocodiles. Yes, it'll become dinosaurs. And because sharks are going to change. Sharks are going to change a lot. They're going to become more, sharky.
I got a piece of skin growing over my fucking voice box. They wanted to do surgery, but
Some people talking in my background.
do it no more. So now, early in the morning or lunchtime.
And an African animal has decided to finally leave Africa. All of them decided to. A couple stayed behind, except they went extinct. There's still African fish, but not as many as there used to be. This is not an extinction event. There will not be one. Actually, because an extinction. There's about to be an extinction event. But it will only wipe out about 20% of life. 20% is not, in scientific terms, a lot.